Hello, it's Travis Edwards with another mental check. Take a shot of your positive vibes. Let's go! Welcome to another episode of the Mental Check. Take a shot of your positive vibes. Let's go! So today, we are going to be talking about being mindful or being present in the moment. Over this weekend, I was doing some study on the actual brain itself and how it functions. And I was actually shocked at all the information I learned. And I'm super excited to learn about the brain even more. But what I really found out is that the brain is not really a static ordering. It's constantly ever changing. And we have these things called neurons. And neurons, is how our brains operate, right? And they make trillions of connections to each other. It's certain neurons, the pairing of certain neurons that cause us to do what we do or to operate the way that we are. Now, neurons are very, very, very important. And I found out something called what you call positive neuroinfluence and negative neuroinfluence. So a positive, let's start with a negative. A negative neural influence are events that encourage the destruction of neurons. So you can literally create more neurons or you can destroy them. And the way that you have a negative neural influence, or a couple of examples of it, is when you drink. When you have alcohol, you get a buzz. You're destroying neurons in your brain. If someone has a stroke, that's the destructions of neurons in their brain. So that's a negative neuroinfluence. Stress can actually act as a negative neuroinfluence. So there's many things that can cause a negative neuroinfluence. A positive neuroinfluence is events that promote the generation of neurons. So things like exercise, new ideas, new experiences, those encourage the generation of neurons in your brain. So this is very, very important to understand. Now, when I told you to think a certain way or feel a certain way, it is because you're creating more neurons. And so generally, if you're positive all the time in gratitude and being mindful, basically you're going to be creating new neurons, neural experiences, and their neurons are going to connect together and cause you to feel a certain way. On the other side, if you have been engaging in very stressful experiences and have no control of what's going on in your life, then you're going to have a negative neuroinfluence on the brain. So why is this important? Because when you're mindful, reduces our stress response, which reduces our negative neuroinfluence. So when we're being mindful, we're living in the moment. It's all about being aware. It's about being present in the moment and to do so without judgment. I always used to be in a yoga class, or I've always gone to a yoga class, and the yoga instructor is like, please be mindful, be present in the moment without judgment. I didn't understand what she meant. I didn't understand what she meant until now. Really, it's about being in the moment, living in the moment, and not looking to the past, not looking to the future, literally living in that moment. And so that you don't, at that particular time, cause stress into your life. And when you're being present, you're being mindful, now you have control of whether you're having a positive neural influence or a negative neural influence. And now, here's the thing. A lot of us right now, it can be stressful for us a lot of the times right now. And so chronic stress and persistent negative neural influence can lead to memory problems. So the more that you're engaging in stressful events or negative neural influences, all called different things that cause negative neural influences to happen, then you're going to also lose memory, which we're going to be talking about tomorrow. So mindfulness has a power to change the physiology of your brain. Like, this is absolutely crazy information. It's critical for you guys to be mindful. Try to live in the moment. A huge part of my life, I've actually always looked into the future, and it could be a stressful experience if things don't actually turn out the way that you want them to turn out. But being mindful actually helps your brain, and because your brain is ever changing, you can actually create like neurons working together, or in an environment where certain neurons are working together to get you the experiences and to have you feel a certain way all the time. which is very, very, very important. So I hope this is very powerful for you guys today. I'm not going to actually drag this out any longer. However, if you want to look this up, the actual author that I got this from, or the doctor I studied this from, is Dr. Philippe Douan. And this was some crazy information. I have so much more to learn, but I figure that being mindful was the best thing to teach you. Live in the moment. And when you're encountered by a stressful experience, make sure that you're very grateful. Make sure you have your gratitude list, run through that, and get yourself back to the present moment, because being stressed is not really good for you, because it increases the adrenaline in your body. It increases the cortisol levels in your body as well, which are not all. Adrenaline is not too bad, but cortisol, oh man, is very dangerous to your body. So be mindful.